And we're live.
Wait, don't you want to free flow it this time too, like we did last time?
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah, free flow it out. Or I can pull some cards and see what we should start talking about. Well, that's probably what I should do. Well, we got 14 people on because they see the free psychic reading, so I'll be giving readings to people to get the audience really jumping. So yeah, what's up, everybody? Go ahead and speak to us. Say hello.
Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Can y'all hear us? Yo. Oh, here it is.
Oh, there you go.
Damn. Greetings. Good morning. Hey, can I get the reading? What's good?
What's
Lots
good?
of hellos. What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all share this video to YouTube. On your YouTube, please share this video on your Facebook as well.
Let's go a little closer. Yeah. Let's get close.
Should I move this back?
Oh, no, we good.
Oh, all right.
It's good to me.
Let's see. Get on Facebook Live too.
Facebook Live.
And encourage people on Facebook Live.
Who was the cute dude on the right?
Oh, y'all. Well, this is Ian. This is my buddy Ian. Ian is gonna be.
What's up, guys?
Ian is gonna be helping me to build Black Spectrum Network.
Yeah, y'all. Glad to be here. Glad to see all of you all for the first time. Well, this would be my second time being here, but still my first time seeing a lot of you all. So I dig it. Oh, and with the Facebook Live. Bam. All right.
This ain't too distracting, is it?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Stay all over this morning.
Share this video.
Gonna have a reading first time. Indiana in the house. That's what is up. People are coming from all over.
I see.
Peace and positive vibes. Peace and positivity to you too.
Yeah, and what celebrity are we gonna do a reading on? We're gonna do a celebrity psychic reading. We're gonna give out some free psychic readings. We're gonna just be up on here and talk our shit. So, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing? If you're tuning in on Facebook, please go to our YouTube. That's Black Spectrum Network on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I'm loving this comment. What are the rules? Don't feel like getting cussed out today.
Oh yeah. So ain't really no rules. We don't really have rules today. So it's pretty much like I'm gonna be doing readings at random. So y'all shoot off y'all's questions, but we're gonna be here to entertain y'all, tell it like it is. We're gonna get started probably like the next minute or so, just waiting for everybody to get on live. If there's anybody out there on Facebook, hey, out there on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, it's gonna be much easier for you to get a free psychic reading by going to the YouTube. Hey, everybody, it's going to be much easier for you to get a free psychic reading by going to the YouTube. That's Black Spectrum Network. Okay. So please go to our Black Spectrum Network on YouTube.
Oh, wow. I see a lot of Jussie. Everybody wants to know about Jussie.
I also understand your love for Panera salads. They are addicted. Yeah, Panera bread salads are good. So is Jussie lying about the attack? Bruh, you think you're lying?
Everybody's talking. Everybody wants to know about Jussie.
Because at first, I felt like it was real, and I still feel like it's real. And maybe he just don't remember some of the details, but I haven't been keeping up with it. People said that now they saying it's some black dudes that attacked him or whatever, but maybe I'm not understanding everything correctly. with his attack. But yeah, we're gonna do a reading on that to see if it's real. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like that whole situation is interesting because it is kind of peculiar how the events unfolded, that he would suddenly just walk out and walk into an ambush like that. I don't know very many ambushes that go down that are not planned in some part by some party. And so on its surface, it is kind of peculiar. On the other hand, I see why there would be so much speculation as to how realistic it could be, with Liam Neeson's comments over the last week or so about how he was just walking the streets looking for a random black dude to hurt and send to the hospital. I think it does make it painfully clear that someone can just be targeted at random. I just think the circumstances seem to kind of make this not look very random.
Yeah, I agree.
Poor Jussie.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I do feel like he was actually attacked, but maybe there are some things that Spirit would like us to have revealed about Jussie's attack that we don't know.
My 3-year-old granddaughter wouldn't believe that story. Lies abound.
Black dudes that Lee Daniels knows, and someone said they are actors professionally, allegedly, but people could have set him up. Yeah, I mean, that's what I believe people would have set up Jussie. There's a lot of people that would set Jussie Smollett up.
Yeah.
It's breaking up on here. Time to go to YouTube. Yes. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi. All right. Come on. He wasn't attacked. I don't believe that he wasn't attacked. I do believe that he was attacked, and I am biased because I'm a black gay man. But, at the same time, I haven't done a reading on it. So
I would wait before everything comes out to make my final decision on the Jussie situation. I appreciate that. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be a while before everything comes out.
Nigerian boys are Empire extras. How do you feel about this?
Empire extras. Oh, man. I mean, we haven't been on set, man. I see extras, man. They can take hella direction now. You know what I'm saying? The extras are not to be underestimated. You know what I mean? Just because they're extras, they're essential in any production.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
it came out that he paid them. When did it come out that?
Oh, it came out.
When did it come out that he paid him? Did Nika Bullock post the link? Where's the evidence? I need proof because I don't have faith in that. I need proof.
$3,500 was the price. Wow.
I'd like to know what happens to the inmate at Green Correctional Facility whose body is missing. I don't know about that. I want to be able to read like you do. Anyway, we got 68 people upon this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, that's all right. Good morning to everybody.
Oh, so Ian is new. So I'll just go ahead and do a reading on Jussie so that he can experience what this is like. So I'm going to flip over my handy dandy spirit board. Hopefully Ian don't be bored while I do this.
Never.
But
boredom is for stupid people.
All right, y'all. Okay, so is Jussie? What can we know about the attack with Jussie Smollett? What do we need to know about the attack with Jussie Smollett?
Gene M is funny. The spiritual digits.
Okay, so what I see here for Jussie's attack is that Jussie did know who the guys were because I got the Ace of Cups. So him saying that he may have said that he didn't, I don't know this, but Jussie may have said that he didn't know who attacked him. He had no relationship to them, and that was not true. He actually did have relationships with those people that attacked him. I'm not getting that he knew them, but I do, as indicated by the Ace of Cups, there is a relationship there between the two of them. To clarify, the type of relationship. I get the Page of Spears and the Six of Spears. So pretty much like these people have worked with him on the sidelines, like because it's the Six of Spears. So Jussie would be the leader, would be the person that's obviously the lead actor, and these other people are on the periphery of the show. The Page of Spears here is saying that there is some miscommunication about like the incident itself, and the miscommunications or even lying around like the relationship between all the parties. In the House of Personal Truth, I get the Hermit card. So this is saying that Jussie very much feels alone in all of what's going on. So it's like, yes, he was. The spirit's like, yes, he was attacked, but the facts around it are not completely adding up for him. And I'm not exactly sure of his intentions behind, if he was trying to embellish or whatever. I'm not getting that he was embellishing, but rather like, I think that things happen so quickly that he's not, it's like, it's trauma. So the Hermit card is basically saying like, this did happen to him and he was alone when it happened. But at the same time, he may be a little bit disillusioned from the entire incident. So the Sun card is like in his house of organization. So this is saying that more of the truth is going to come out, and more facts are going to, and as the facts start to come out, they're going to be more in Jussie Smollett's favor. Even if there were things being told, even if like he didn't say that the relationship that they had was like him saying like there is no relationship with these people, so on and so forth, like those facts did change. In his House of Hidden Advantages, I get the card for the Empress. So something about this means that this is going to, I see Jussie being able to do more campaign work, or this helping him to like secure more work in Hollywood. But I do see like this is like giving him a lot of, it opens up a platform for him to have more creative potential in some way. It's like people are, all this attention on him is reviving an interest in his career out of sympathy. The Ten of Cups, what, you reading these comments?
I'm reading the comments and I'm listening.
Oh, shit. And then here is the Ten of Cups. So this is saying that by Jussie Smollett saying all of this, he did lose out on a lot of he's lost out on a lot of friendships in the industry because of this. I don't know how or why that would have happened, but I do see that you know, things are growing cold between him and perhaps this would be ABC. Shit, is it on ABC or Fox? Whatever the fuck the show is. It ain't on Bravo. So whatever channel Empire is on, the relationship between him and that network is growing cold. In his House of the Outcome, I get the Tower card. So it seems like with Jussie Smollett, he may have a reduced role on Empire, or something is going to happen with his career because of this. It's like, I don't get that. I get that there's a lot of positive attention or support that he's receiving from his close friends and perhaps like the liberal public. But I'm saying like on the background work with things, like this was damaging. This is damaging the credibility of like his employer or the reputation of his employer. And so he's going to be punished for it. I get the Knight of Swords here, which is essentially saying that I see Jussie Smollett traveling. So he may be traveling overseas and doing some work. I also see here where he may be in a relationship as well. And thinking about, he may be thinking about pushing the relationship forward, but can't because of all this attention that's on it. Let's see what else I get. Jussie feels like he's alone. He feels like he's literally praying for people to believe him and believe in his story. But he's also hoping that, you know, he's also trying to figure out how he can make do with the attention that he's gotten. He's like trapped where he's like, well, I'm getting a lot of attention and there are definitely ways in which I could promote this incident or talk about it and continue putting my name out there, but it comes at the expense of him sensationalizing something that really happened to him. So that's what I have.
Man, so
how do you feel about that, man?
So up top, it makes sense that he would feel alone and isolated right now. You know, I think for one, there's something fundamentally isolating about getting your ass whooped. that you know, it just it puts you kind of in a space by yourself. Now, for it to happen in front of people, and for this whole ordeal, whether he deliberately publicized it or not, for it to happen in front of people, that is also isolating on a number of levels. Now, the fact that it's coming into question, and people ain't just automatically buying this stuff. I think you hit the nail on the head. Like he's got to feel super isolated, super alone, because things didn't pan out the way he wanted them to, you know? And, you know, I think there's a lesson to be learned here for plenty of people who might want to cry wolf, or even go public with their ass beats, you know? So I think it makes sense that he'd be incredibly isolated. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's having regrets. I bet he is. I feel like he's drowning in regrets right now.
Yeah.
And based on the comments, a lot of the little puzzle pieces of this whole picture that have come into light, the fact that they were members of the Empire crew. I saw somebody even post how much he paid. Like, this is getting messier and messier by the minute. And so I wonder if this is the kind of thing he's ever going to come back from. You know, this is also kind of a perfect example. One thing we were talking about last sit down was the fact that whatever you focus on, because we're creative beings and you're always creating in one direction or another, whatever you focus on will be the outcome. If he did, in fact, do this, and according to the reading, this is what happened. If he's worried about his career dying, and instead of him being focused on keeping his career alive, he's focused on like trying to keep it from dying, and this could very well kill his career.
So I want to point out a few comments. So TM says he should have lied better. Somebody said Jussie hired a PR firm, Sachs, to represent him. Somebody says we know he's not a script writer. Somebody says he's being killed off the show. Somebody said I don't think he faked an attack. See, this is what I'm saying. There's so much Jussie's put in he's literally, because y'all's comments, there's no consensus about whether you all agree with him or not. It's like it's along the spectrum. It leaves him feeling isolated because he's sitting on a part of the spectrum that most people don't want to stand on. So some people are like, I believe it, or I believe it to an extent. I don't believe him at all. Right. And these comments just go to show, like,
they confirm it.
Yeah. So I mean, shit. Should we ask anything else about the Jussie? Let me see. What does Taraji think of this?
Oh man, that's funny.
No, what is Terrence Howard? What should we do?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
What does Terrence Howard think about this?
Who we gonna ask, Terrence or Taraji? Who should we ask, Terrence or Taraji? What do they think about this? Terrence or Taraji? Which one? Taraji. Do Taraji think this real?
Oh, Taraji. Two for Taraji.
Everybody says Taraji.
All right, Taraji it is.
Why is this situation so messy?
Ain't nobody really all that interested in what Terrence thinks, man.
Bruh.
Taraji.
What does Taraji think of Jussie Smollett's attack? Man, they fucked up when they put us together, man. All right, what does Taraji Henson think of Jussie? I'm dead ass. This is so fucked up. I'm being so honest. I'm gonna be so honest, y'all. I'm not making this up. I got the strength card in the House of Greatest Spiritual Challenges. So Taraji's trying to support him through this, and she's really just like, I hate that this happens to you. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I love you. Like, we are great friends with each other. But at the same time, she's supporting him in a way that, you know, I believe that he believes that this happened. And so I get the world card working, like not on Empire. I see her working like in other places and trying to distance herself from this, but also maintain her relationship with him. So it's like she wants to stand in support, but not be scrutinized at the same time. Because what she's focused on is securing the bag. So honestly, Taraji's kind of like, well, I hate that this happened to him, but this can't fuck up my bag though. Like, I don't know if how much of myself I can really put out there like that. I'm dead ass. Like in her House of Hidden Advantages, like Taraji's like, look, I can maybe make one post, say one thing about this, but I've got to wrap it up real quick and just talk about my career. If people ask me about it, I'm gonna say it's sick. I hate that that happened to him, but then she's gonna make it about like her business.
Redirect.
Exactly. And so the High Priestess card is out. So there's something intuitively that she's feeling about this, and intuitively it's the Magician. So she feels like there's a part of this that's made up. And she don't want to say it. She feels like a little bit of it is sensationalized. Like she's like, yeah, I believe. Like Taraji was like, yeah, I believe homophobia. I do believe that my baby was attacked. But there's a part of her that's kind of like that does believe that it's made up because he called. I'm hearing that he called her, when it happened or whatever, told her about it, and things ain't playing out in the house.
I wonder how that conversation went.
Bro, we're gonna ask that. And so.
Taraji. Guess what happened?
So the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups are out. So she believes that in his heart he believes that it happened, but there's parts of it that are being fabricated. And the Page of Swords is out, so she feels like there's something he's not being completely forward with. She's like, there's something that he's like, there are details that are not making sense to me, but instead of her harping on it, she's just like, look, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't affecting my bag. All I got to do is just be his friend right now. That's what she's saying. But the Ten of Cups is here. So the outcome is she's just trying to maintain a friendship with him because she really likes him. But at the same time, she feels like speaking on it is going to be a liability to her.
Well.
Okay. How did that conversation go between them? And then we're going to get right back to talking about this shit.
Right. The current reading is, how did that conversation go when he called Taraji after he caught them lumps?
How did the conversation go? Child. Like, I'm not making this up. Okay, so the Four of Coins is here. I'm going to let y'all look at this. The Four of Coins is speaking about employment. So there's something about this, it's something about them constantly having conversations about Jussie staying on Empire or him having a job for whatever reason. And so it's like I feel like in some way, Jussie, I don't know how this came up in the conversation. I'm trying to, let me see. How did it come up in the conversation about Jussie being employed if he's talking about being attacked? He has sent her a text message because I got the Two of Coins. He sent her a text message saying, I got to talk to you about something in private. So I think they've been talking about this for a while, that he may not have a role on there. And then at the same time, like, he was really emotional when he was telling her what happened. He was really emotional. And I feel like he knew who it was that attacked him. He didn't want to say it out loud. That these were Empire actors, and I do feel like there was a part of him that felt very embarrassed by it. Because, as you can see here, the Ten of Swords, the traitor card, in his House of Organization. So he's like, look, he doesn't want to betray Empire, and I think that part of him didn't want to say anything because he wants to keep his job. The High Priest is here, so Taraji just told him to. Who is this? I need a new moderator, y'all, because I ain't got no moderators on. Somebody is here.
What is all that?
Somebody spamming me.
Oh no spam. I see a thing on there. Why does the dude on the right look bored? Oh no, darling, I'm not bored. Boredom is for stupid people. I'm just laid back. Y'all will get to know me.
Oh yeah.
As the show goes on.
So the Priestess card came out. So there's something about this, like there's something intuitive about this that Taraji. What is it? It's like she was listening, she's listening, but at the same, she's listening. She's trying to put her thoughts together about it, and certain stuff ain't adding up. So she's just like, I'm just gonna come check on you at the hospital. She does feel like he was set up, but she also feels like this is gonna cost him a lot. It's something about this. She's like, this entire incident is like possibly bringing negative attention to the Empire show.
Right.
I don't know. I
mean,
feel
how do you
like
react when you get a phone call like that?
I feel like there's something behind the scenes going on with Jussie and his employer, where this media attention is going to cause more problems for him behind the scenes. I don't know if I don't really know if Fox is really behind him like that.
Yeah.
You got
the networks are not behind anybody like that. So, I mean, I work in the film industry, and networks are not behind personalities like that, especially if they're not show carriers, you know. And Empire's an ensemble show. And so it really, you know, for the networks, it's really a matter of numbers. They look at all of these shows as in the same way that entrepreneurs look at flipping real estate homes, you know. And so they're never attached to personalities in the same way that that you would think, you know, other relationships between people work out, even in business endeavors. So because Empire is an ensemble show, there's only going to be so much attachment to the members of the ensemble, you know, and that's what is kind of that's the difference between working on an ensemble show versus if you are the major showrunner and the whole show is about you and you carry that sucker. You know, there's so many members on that show. There's so many dynamic characters that, you know, any one of them, with the exception of a few, like, you know, Taraji and some others who I don't feel like are necessarily Jussie, who could arguably say they carry the show. So I just think on a very basic level, it's almost a matter of physics. His shoulders ain't big enough to carry that whole show. And so, you know, I can see why he might feel like he needs to do something drastic to secure his position there. But yeah, that's my take on it, just from my own contact with the way the industry works and the dynamics at play there. You know,
I thought Jussie was gonna break out from the show after season 2. He was destined to be a star in music.
Wait a minute, what? I thought this. Oh, right.
Did your intuition ever tell you that he was gonna be a big music legend?
No, I mean, what you mean in the show, or just him as a?
Hit the skull emoji. Hit the skull emoji if you think that Jussie Smollett is gonna be a music legend. Hit the skull emoji if you think that Jussie Smollett can be a music legend.
She just said no. Wow.
Gene M said, I didn't say all that.
Oh, man. He's definitely very musically talented. I mean, maybe he is. I've never.
Do y'all even watch Empire? I watched the first season of Empire. It was like watching a cookout every day. No skulls.
No skulls.
Lee Daniels and Jussie is behind the orchestrated attack. The ratings are down on this show. The ratings been down on this show for years.
Yeah.
Empire's ratings started falling after the first season. Whoever wrote for the first season, they fired them. The first season was pretty good. I quit after season 2. I quit after season 2 as well. That's when they tried to kill off like that white lady, and then the side chick Boo Boo Kitty had a baby by her fiance's son. It was too much. That's that.
Maya Woodall. I don't watch that shit.
Exactly. So we're gonna give a free reading. So y'all, we're gonna give a free psychic reading. Y'all put y'all questions in the comments. Ian's gonna choose a question for me to answer.
There you go.
But in the meantime, I wanted to continue.
These people are hilarious. I really dig these followers.
Bro, they said Jussie was not gonna be a music legend. How do y'all feel, bro? How did you feel about Cardi B winning a Grammy? Cardi B won a Grammy. Kaya ain't even got a Grammy.
Oh man, you're right.
Trina ain't got a Grammy.
Kaya don't have a Grammy, and Trina don't have a Grammy. You're right. They don't have Grammys. You know, I mean, but MLK didn't make it to be president. You know what I mean? But he paved the way for the first black one.
That is good. That's a. How do y'all feel about Cardi B winning a Grammy? Hit the skull emoji if you think that Cardi B should have won a Grammy for best rap album of the year.
So what I also think is interesting about it, I was just listening to, they were talking about this on NPR. And, you know, it's funny whenever, like, white people weigh in on, you know, trends that are colorful, shall I say. Because this was arguably one of the most colored Grammys ever, with Cardi winning this one, and there were other awards given out to black artists. And I remember in previous years, the Grammys were being protested. There was lots of outcry about the fact that winners of Grammys always tend to look one way, and the music always tends to only point in one direction. And so on the one hand, I feel like I'm glad that there were more people of color represented at this year's Grammys. But I also think that, I mean, hell, in this climate, in this MAGA Trump presidential climate, there's a lot of white folks who ain't trying to, they're kind of in this room where they're trying to differentiate themselves from those people. They're trying, you know, they want to make it clear, hey, look, we hear you and we see what's going on, even if they don't really give a shit, you know what I mean? Because it's you know, no Grammy is going to all of a sudden undo years of being marginalized or set a new trend. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the next Grammys, they look just like all the previous Grammys, but it's like, look, we gave y'all Cardi B now. Shit, that ought to be okay for at least another decade. You know what I mean? We gave one of these to Cardi. But I mean, but the way I feel, man, I fuck with Cardi, man. I like Cardi. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's my, you know, I dig her. You know what I'm saying? She does something to me and for me. So I didn't have a problem with her getting a Grammy. But you're right. Neither Trina nor Kaya has a Grammy.
I was happy one rapper won a Grammy, and I was very happy. Future. I love Future, and I don't care what y'all say. Future can do no wrong to me. Future ain't hit nobody. Future ain't raped nobody that I know of. I hope not. But Future ain't did no wrong. He just been out here having babies and making too much money. I be praying for Future that he can break into these white industries and hobnob with the best of them. But Future finally got that Grammy. He had him a #1 album. Future. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna answer one of these little questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are the questions,
bro? Shit done went so fast.
Right. Y'all post questions for us for a reading to be done on. The white lady is a ghost on some episodes. Oh hell no.
Oh well, we only have two. This one. Somebody want a general reading.
How do I overcome my depression right now? Okay. So yeah, I like that one. How do I overcome my depression right now? Okay.
Jean M. Jean, Jeanm. How do I overcome my depression right now? We're gonna do a reading on that, and I'm gonna see what my cards have to say. How do you overcome your depression?
And then I'll weigh in as well.
Please do. And then you're gonna get a double reading, a reading from me and a reading from Intuitive Ian.
Yeah.
Kia J, did somebody put a root on me?
Oh.
I'll answer that one too.
Uh-oh.
Let me answer Kia J's real quick. Did somebody put a root on Kia J?
We're gonna answer Kia J's real quick, but Jean M, we definitely coming back to you because this is a very salient question. I think a lot of people are wrestling with right in front of their friends and families' faces. And depression is one of those things that attacks you right here and now in the present. So I appreciate the way that you framed your question. How do I get rid of it right now?
All right. So I don't see a root on you. I see I see blockages in your life though. I see it's blocked by I see blockages in your life in terms of relationship with a guy that's very domineering, who may be trying to end things with you, or you may be trying to end things with him. Y'all may have lived together, but there's something that he's either works in law or y'all are legally bound to each other. Y'all may have lived together in the past actually, because I'm seeing there's still text messages, communications between the two of you, and I'm also seeing where like you feel you're not feeling like the relationship is really getting you anywhere, even though you're trying at it. So I think that I don't think you have a root on you. I just think that you may just be you're still attached to a dead end relationship. Okay, so for Gene M, the depression.
And I just saw someone send positive vibes to Gene. Everybody send positive vibes to Gene if you can.
Hit the skull emoji. Hit the skull emoji to send positive vibes to Gene.
Peace, positivity, and power.
Kia, did that resonate with you? All right.
She said, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Go that positivity. I hope you're feeling that, Gene.
All right, Gene, you have a hex on you. Straight up, you got a hex on you. Yes, you have a hex. So you are emotionally imbalanced. The King of Cups came up. So you're emotionally imbalanced. That's your greatest spiritual challenge. The reason that you have an emotional imbalance is because you're not listening to your intuitive thoughts. So you are pretty much going insane. You're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you know what you need to stop doing, and you know what you need to do to change your behavior, but you just don't have the energy to change your behavior. So you're depressed. Yes, you are. But you also are completely aware of what you need to do to fix the situation, but you feel too powerless to do it. You want to wallow in the problem, hoping that it fixes itself, rather than just leaving it alone. And sometimes it takes much more energy to like let something go than it is to hold on. Somebody just donated to us $10, so we got to answer that first question. And I'll send you some of the money. Okay. The Ace of Coins is here. So this is also saying that it's speaking about you in employment. You're having issues getting a business off of the ground, or you're having issues just paying your bills. It's either one or the other, but I feel like I'm hearing it's paying your bills. So that's another thing. So your money's not where you want it to be, and you don't have the money to get out the house, and you know that you need to get out of the house. So that's a primal issue. Now, here's how I know that you have a hex over you. I got the Magician in your house of organization. So this hex, let's see, was it put on her by someone? No, it wasn't put on you by anyone. It's actually the Hierophant came up. So this is something that you contracted this sort of spiritual illness yourself. And it happened by way of being indecisive about your life. And then when you decided on something, you made the wrong decision. I'm also saying here where you've had mental breakdowns, as the Five of Swords is here. And these mental breakdowns have happened because, again, you followed your emotions rather than following logic when you came to a crossroads. In your house of hidden advantages, I get the card for Temperance. So you have one foot in the door, one foot out the door with something. Someone, or it's someone or something. So it's either moving to another place or leaving a relationship alone. And I feel like you're dying of a broken heart, like literally dying of a broken heart situation. And I say this as a broken heart because I got the Two of Cups. So you want to be in a relationship. I get the best path for you to take is to get back out there and start dating, although you may not really have the enthusiasm and the courage to actually get into a healthy relationship. So there definitely this hex needs to be removed before you can do the work that you want to do.
Taking notes.
The outcome is, Lord, y'all please stop. Well, actually, if you donate, you're definitely going to get a reading. Nigga, you can make some money today. All right, so the Hermit card is out as well. So with the Hermit card being here, the Hermit is saying that you can expect that once the hex is removed from you, you're going to go through a even longer period of being alone. So I hate to say that to you, you're going to have to embrace the aloneness. Kia J, my baby daddy ain't shit. Sorry, that was from her reading earlier. Okay, so that's he's blocking you, girl. Ain't nothing to cut that dick off. So then the Hermit card is saying that you can expect to embrace more aloneness, but you feeling alone is what has you depressed. I'm sorry to say that, but okay, so I can give you a quick.
I've got some notes on this thing too.
Real quick, I gotta give her this bath. Shit. So I'm gonna give you a bath to use. So the bath, you'll need these items. You'll need white copal. You'll need calendula flowers, rose petals, dragon's blood, sassafras root, orris root, and eyebright. Okay, so the white copal is to help you with love, and it's helping to give you clarity with love. The calendula flowers are also help you give clarity with love, and it increases it gives you the ability to have prophetic dreams. Rose petals are good for love spells as well and doing love work. Dragon's blood increases the strength of a spell and it speeds things up and makes things happen faster. Sassafras root is for psychic healing, and the orris root is going to be for psychic and spiritual healing as well. The eyebright is to help you open up your third eye, okay, so that you can see everything clearly. So essentially mixing all these things together, preparing it for a bath, dressing it in a candle, however you want to do it. That would be my suggestion. A pink candle would be best. If you don't have a pink candle, use a white candle. Preferably dress a pink candle. It can either be a 7-day candle or it can be one of those stick candles. If it's a stick candle, take some hairspray, spray the hairspray onto it. So again, that's white copal, and you can watch the video later. White copal, calendula flowers, rose petals, dragon's blood, sassafras root, orris root, and eyebright. Mix all those together. Put it into a bath or dress it in the candle. Actually, you do need the bath as well. So do the bath, dress the candle, pray over the candle, meditate, and you should be good.
Okay. All right. So I appreciate that. The whole time that he was doing the reading, I was not texting. I was taking notes to give to you. So I'm just going to piggyback off of what the cards revealed for Eugene and just intuit some things that I think will be meaningful and can help you. One of the things that was spoken about was this powerlessness, this sense of powerlessness. So often what I find with each of us is that, we've all got power. We've all got power in our back pockets. We take it with us everywhere we go. We wake up with it and we go to sleep with it. When it comes to accessing our power, the biggest obstacle is realizing that we got it. And so it's like walking around in the world with a pocket full of gold that you don't know is there. And the whole time you're beating your head against the wall and you're trying to create value and you got it on you already. And so I think that's the first thing that comes to me when I think about this sense of powerlessness. There's a certain power that you're holding in your hands right now that you aren't accessing, that you're looking past. And most often that power is wrapped up in our obstacles. It's wrapped up in our pain. So whatever is causing you pain, whatever it is that you are, that it might seem like you don't want to face, your power is in facing that thing. Your power is in going through that thing. Again, because it's walking around with you, because it's something you're in. You the power is something you can't even escape. And so really it's not so much that you're powerless so much as you're running from it. You're running from your power, whether it's you're running from your problems or you're running from the real obstacles in place. The next thing, there was something said about money. I think because we live in a world where, infinite value we live in a system where it has been broken down into something that you can count and hold and work for and buy things with. I think it's very easy to forget that money is just a surface level indicator of value exchanged between souls and spirits in this world. All right. That's all money is a surface level indicator of value exchanged below the surface. And in a very real, meaningful way. Before there was ever money, we just bartered and we traded things of value. And so most often when we're having money issues is because we're focusing more on the end result of getting ducats in instead of focusing on the value that we're creating or improving or increasing the value that we can bring others. And so I think that when it comes to your money issues, it's a tricky ride that we can get on, because it's like you need money to survive, and not having it can freak you out to the point that it's hard to think about giving somebody else value. It's counterintuitive to think about giving somebody else value, but that is precisely what you're gonna have to do to fix this. The other thing, and I thought was very powerful, is what you said about the self-imposed hex. Because the question that was immediately raised when he found that car was, did someone else put it on you? And what he said was that it was self-imposed and that it was caused due to indecision. I think this goes back to having to have clarity about the things we want. Because in life, we're going to attract everything that we want with the same strength of clarity that we want it with. So that means that if you're being indecisive and you're on the fence about a thing, and we've all been there, where you kind of want a certain outcome, but you're on the fence, you don't know if you really want that, your result is going to be some iffy in-between shit. Because that's the clarity that you're going about chasing this want with. Is not a want that you've committed to. And so I think that when, indecision can give birth to all kinds of hexes, and it can give birth to all kinds, it can unleash all kinds of negative forces in our life just because we aren't clear about what we want. And that in and of itself speaks to a certain disconnect between you and your deepest self. The next thing that I want to speak to is just this feeling alone. This whole idea of feeling alone. We just got done talking about Jussie and the fact that he feels alone. And I saw, Gene, where one of the comments you made was about, you said, can my ancestors throw me a bone? And I'll connect it to real quick, and then we can move on, because we've got other things to other people to answer. But I think that, for one, your ancestors are always with you. Sometimes it doesn't seem like they're throwing you a bone with meat on it, but sometimes them sitting back and watching you wrestle with a challenge is the medicine that you need. And you need to have faith. You need to understand that they're still rooting you on. They're rooting you on from the ether, and so you've got people that you have never met, people you don't know, cheering you on from places from a place that you can't even see them. And just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. And just because the gift that they're giving you, because it may be a painful gift, it may be a painful gift, that when it comes to the strength that you've got to get, it's a strength that you need to develop. They can't develop it for you. He can't develop it for you. I can't develop it for you. And so it's a strength that's got to be born from a certain work that you've got to do. And so I would just say your ancestors don't, they are there. They are there, and they are cheering you on. You're not alone. And so I think that there is a certain connotation that we've got, because we're social creatures, that being alone is a bad thing. I think that being alone also doesn't have to mean you're lonely, because this may be a chapter where you've got to learn to walk through life on your own 2 feet. And when it comes to these love issues, I think that could be at the root of them. You're not going to find a solid, true, whole love coming from a place of not being whole, and coming from a place of not being able to stand on your own 2 feet. With that being said, I agree with his reading that it won't hurt you to get out and date, because I think that could help you kind of identify the things that you don't need and the things that you don't want, and there's also the truth that sometimes, well, lots of times, our relationships are in place to show us ourselves. So I think that, everything that I'm seeing right now indicates that you need to get in touch with yourself. That's how you get over your depression. Get in touch with yourself and try to get to the bottom of what it is you want. Try to reconnect with hearing your voice above all others. you know, and so that you can discern it from all the other voices in your head that are telling you you ain't shit and that it ain't gonna work out and sending you on this circular path, because that's what it is. It's a circular ride, you know, of you manifesting a certain result because of where you are, and then that place reinforcing the mentality that you ain't shit and that things ain't gonna work out, which is in turn reinforcing the same reality. So I think this is a time for you to embrace being alone, man. We grow in valleys, not on mountaintops. You know what I mean? So with that, again, peace, positivity, and power to you, my sister. And I appreciate everybody else on the thread sending her light and love. And keep on keeping on.
Okay. Nick Zoe said spiritual practice, not spiritual playing. Yes, spiritual practice, not spiritual playing. Okay, let me look at some of these.
So you said, what, was Kia the first one? There's someone named Kia, right? The first one?
No, it was like some of these. Oh, these other these pay reads. Okay, so these readings are going to be shorter. Just got to get through them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then you got to give the commentary. So yeah, these readings are going to be shorter. If you need something that's longer, then please purchase a private psychic reading with me by going to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. My prices start at $65 for 15 minutes. So Mariama Veronica Dumbuya. What's in my future for love, marriage, children, and finances? Okay, so I'm not going to use the board. I'm just going to place the cards on the board. So love, marriage, children, finances. Okay, so with love, I got the Hangman. So your ancestors are like, they are not sure if that's what you need in your life right now. They want you to have love, but they are not sending anybody around. They haven't sent anyone to you for that to happen. Can she conjure someone up? If you want to, they're saying if you want to pay some money to get a man conjured up, you can. So is that future for love, marriage? I get the Knight of Coins. So you need to get your money needs to be in a better position. Like you need to be more financially stable. And what I mean by having financial stability, it's about like they want you to have they want you to have credit and savings that would say that you can comfortably have children and a family. So it's like if you got your finances in order, then you feel more comfortable dating and you have, the love in your life that you want. Love, marriage, children. Children, I get the 10 of coins. So you may have kids already. And if you do, they're saying take care of the ones that you have. And if you don't, then they're definitely saying like right now is not the time to have them. But I do see in the future where you may have like a new roommate that may have children. I see children around you, but not your kids. So take care of the kids that are around you in the meantime. And then as far as your finances, I get the Hierophant. So the Hierophant to me always speaks about obedience and discipline when it comes to following the intuitive instructions that you're supposed to be receiving. So you know that you're supposed to be saving. In particular, like I really hear saving money is like a big it's gonna be a big challenge for you to save money. So this is what I'm hearing. Everything revolves around finances. So I think that I'll say this to you: if you were to get into a relationship right now, I think that the relationship would be trying to teach you. It would teach you the lessons of self-preservation and having like your ducks in a row before you ask for these things that you're wanting, because they're saying like you have a job but you're not a stable system of support for those things, and they're not trying to send you a husband that's gonna carry you financially or carry you into a marriage. They're gonna this guy's gonna meet you halfway, so you need to have half of what you're expecting to. So all right, Siobhan Stacia, I've had 3 interviews in a week. Will I get hired before my stay of evictions is up this month?
check out some more of these comments, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go all the way to the bottom because I can't catch up too. What we got? Yeah, because I want to see what they got to say about Gene. You know. Somebody taking notes on what you got to say, bro. Okay, so Siobhan. All right, so as far as you getting this job, it doesn't look like it. Any of those jobs, but I get the magician card, so you can do some spiritual work to make things go better in your favor. I get the 9 of coins being your greatest challenge. So as far as your eviction goes, I don't know if the eviction. I don't know if you're gonna end up evicted. I see like at the very last minute some money coming through to keep you at home. But I don't know if it's gonna be from a job. Yeah, I see that you're gonna have to do like a spell to get this job. So maybe you need to do a sugar jar or a honey jar and put the company, pick up the company or the hiring manager into a jar and pray over the jar and work that jar. I get the Fool card in your house of organization. So you're still they're like you're constantly at the. It's like it seems to be constantly where it's like you start the job process, but it never finalizes to where you're employed. And I'm also saying here where you feel like the universe is kind of like playing with you. It's like, the spirits are basically saying that, you keep applying to jobs that you don't really love. You're just applying to them because they're familiar as well. And that is going to be one of your disadvantages here. So you're going to have to make negotiations with the universe. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take spiritual work, active prayer, like morning and night, writing it down. Like, you're going to have to do a lot to get one of these jobs. And I mean, this is like burn. It's like, we're talking about get up in the morning, anoint your head, pray, meditate, pray 3 times a day for the particular job that you want. Do a sugar jar. Burn a candle on a daily basis. Walk into the job with High John the Conqueror in your pocket. Like, we're talking about, you're trying to use the forces of nature to transform the circumstances around this job because it doesn't look like it's going to be in your favor. I see the 8 of Spirits here as the outcome. So this is saying that this, as of right now, they're saying like you may be delayed in finding another position, but this is going to take a lot of work, and it's with the universe. The Devil card comes up for the outcome, the 5 of Cups from the outcome, and then the Chariot. So this is all saying that if you don't get these jobs, it's going to send you in a downward spiral emotionally, and you're going to feel like the universe doesn't have your back. And I'm telling you that the universe does have your back, but it's going to take like some convincing, some extra convincing, because internally you've stayed too long. Like, whatever industry you work in, you were supposed to have developed a new interest and tried to found a new occupation, but you're staying at the same level, which is okay. But in order for you to stay at that level, you're going to have to make your vibration meet that of the universe to attract the job, which is why you're going to have to do so much spiritual work to get it done. But I see, as far as an eviction going, I don't know where the money's going to come from, but I see it being kind of like last minute. Somebody pays something to keep you in their home.
That's the next one I just scrolled.
All right.
It's got the same question for someone.
All right, Levette 1979. And I'm not taking no more of these. We're going to get right back to talking about shit. All right, Levette 1979. Finances, love, and a job.
Mm-hmm. The big ones, boy.
Okay, your finances. finances are everywhere. So it's like there's some money here, a little bit of money there, maybe a lot of money here. So it's like money in the savings, credit card debt. This needs to be paid off. A bill may be behind. So it's like in some ways you're ahead, some ways you're behind. Now you need to get everything ahead. That's how I see it with your finances. Money, love, career. Well, that was it. Oh, so this is love. So the Hierophant, you got, so again, being obedient, following rules and order. Following rules and order around like, so with love, you need to date women. I'm assuming it's women. If it's not women, you need to date feminine men, whatever. Doesn't matter. But date the gender, not the person, okay? So somebody that's feminine. And feminine, enterprising, and that doesn't hold a lot of secrets, because you've been in relationships before where people were unemployed, kept a lot of secrets, hiding stuff from you, and I feel like you were carrying those relationships as well, and you have to avoid that. And then finally, to the career portion of things, I get the Ace of Spears. So your career is just now beginning. You may have just completed school or completed some certificate or something. But I see here where the spirits are basically saying, you know, wait before you try to, like, don't think that this year you're going to find the perfect career for yourself, because the career that you're supposed to be, that you're looking for, you're not going to find. Which the type of work that you do is more about like touching souls. So you could end up working at a bank, and it's like, as long as you touch souls at that bank or that grocery store, you're happy doing that. You don't really care about the type of work that you do. So it's about spiritual development. So you need to be more grateful for the opportunity to just have money and the opportunity to meet people and make their day than for like the type of work that you do. Because your soul cares more about the person than the bridge building that's required to meet that person.
Right.
Okay. Just lost my jobs and also dealing with the legal situation with my boyfriend. I want to know, where's my career and love life headed to? What the hell? Hold on, bro. Go back. Okay. I just lost my job and also dealing with the legal situation with my boyfriend. I want to know where my career and my love life's heading to.
I dig this. These people got real questions for real life.
Okay. The spirits are basically saying that you and this dude are not done dealing with each other. And as far as I get the justice card and the best path to take, so they're saying that y'all need to just go ahead and move out. Whatever this legal situation, y'all need to separate from each other, but y'all gonna still deal with each other. So I'm gonna say this. If you put in a domestic violence dispute against him or whatever, or a restraining order against him, girl, you probably still gonna fuck him anyway. I'm being dead ass. And you're not gonna let this relationship go. Because I got the Lover's card as the outcome. I got the Page of Spirits here as what needs to be organized. The Empress is in the House of Hidden Advantages. You may have been pregnant by him, or you may be pregnant by him right now, okay? Something is, you have either have been or you're going to be. And I would strongly suggest you check that out. Ace of Merc. The friendship between y'all is like, I think that y'all been living together. I really think that y'all been living together, and this is somebody that you've been dealing with, because like they make life easier sort of situation. Not like y'all are so in love with each other that life is easier, but you have somebody else to help you pay bills. Like it's a partner to you. This person's a partner, so it's going to be hard for you to let it go. I feel like the reason that you lost your job, why did she lose her job? They're saying the reason that you lost your, jobs. Oh, jobs up. Well, they said you lost the jobs up because you weren't a good apprentice. That you were supposed to be learning under people, and they didn't feel like you were focused enough. And it made them question your aptitudes, particularly like, are you intelligent enough to do this work? Is she strong enough to do this work? When really it was like you were distracted. And I see them not being very forgiving or understanding towards you, and just letting you go and dealing with your problems alone. I also see here that your fortune is down. So you need to do a cleansing bath in sea salt and lemon. And I will also include baking soda and perhaps whatever fucking crystals. You Google some crystals and put them into your bath water or whatever to help raise your vibration. I don't know how the fuck crystals work, but figure it out. Google it. Okay, so the I can't do all the work for you. I just did 80%. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance and the Hierophant are saying that until you stop half-assing, because the ancestors are evaluating you, until you stop half-assing things, which is like, I want to do this, I want to deal with him, but I don't. I want this job, but then I really just want to be financially stable. It's like, find a job that's really easy, some little job that you can just fuck around at, that ain't gonna be too demanding on you. And if you really want this dude, deal with this dude. But as of right now, with y'all's legal situation, understand this: he's gonna lie. Okay, he's gonna lie to you, and you're gonna lie to him because you're petty and he's petty, and y'all just gonna be two lying ass niggas. So y'all probably gonna end up dealing with each other again, and I don't see it ending, regardless of the legal situation that y'all got going on between y'all.
You don't these, or you want to see a few more?
I'm just trying to answer because they paid.
Yeah.
How will my family respond to the charges I filed on my brother? Is this the last one? Please let this be the last one. And how does Derek feel about it? And then after we ain't doing no more psychic readings. Oh shit. Bruh. Okay. So how will they respond to the charges? Okay. No, we're gonna the one about the baby. All right, how will my family respond to the charges I filed on my brother? They didn't want it to go to court. They did not want it to go to court. They wanted you to leave it alone and leave it in the past because they get the 6 of Cups. They feel like it's definitely something that happened in your childhood with him, and they just wanted you to just leave it alone because it's in the house of organization. The 7 of Coins is here. So with these charges that you filed on your brother, y'all are going to be in court going back and forth, and you're going to be investing. He's going to be investing a lot of money into defending himself. And this is going to start a terrible, terrible journey with you and the rest of your family, where I feel like they're going to be bombarding you with all these nasty text messages about the situation and not wanting to admit what has happened or transpired between the two of you all. The Tower is saying that there's going to be a big fall. There's a fall from glory. So there's a fall from glory with your brother in the public eye, but there's a fall from glory with you and your family. I'm also saying here where this decision is going to leave you feeling like you did the wrong thing. The spirits are saying that you did the right thing, but you have to understand that doing the right thing is not going to come without scrutiny and persecution either. And so they're saying that you're going to need to make sure that you're praying through the situation so that you can have clarity about what's going on and be able to see beyond like the scrutiny and understand like you're justified in what it is that you file charges on. I get the 10 of Coins, the Page of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. So this is all saying that there's going to be a celebration once everything is done. Yes, your brother's going to lie, but in a court of law, he's going to be found guilty for whatever the fuck he did. But I also see here that y'all may have lived together, or, I mean, obviously it's your brother, but I don't know if y'all live together, but it's something dealing with money as well that y'all are fighting over. But it's not, you didn't press charges on him over money. That being said, the spirits are saying that you're going to have to take a break from your family right now. They're saying, like, just take a break from your family because you just need to be around people that are going to support you through this, and because you're going to need all the strength and focus that you can get. And you don't need anybody adding to the confusion, anybody that's scrutinizing you to add to the confusion that you're already experiencing having to deal with something like this.
That is real. What's the next one?
Yeah. We ain't taking no more.
Okay. This one here?
Yeah, that one, and then go back up so I can see that person name real quick. Okay, so Lanisha, how does Derek feel about me? Derek is wanting to be friends first, and he is not completely sure if he wants a serious relationship. He is willing to try at this with you, but we cannot guarantee he will be in this for the long term. He has in his heart A, curiosity about being committed but hasn't matured to understand how commitment to a woman at this time would help bring him more happiness. Period. So he's at a like why buy the cow when I why buy the cow when I can get the milk for free? Yeah. That sort of situation. He's not sure of how commitment's gonna like work in his life, so he needs to grow up a little bit. He may be in his like early 20s. This may be like an early 20s relationship that y'all got. All right. One last one. Will Sean be the father of my child? So she said will, not is. So will Sean. If you don't, do no threesome, you don't allow your wires to get crossed. You don't sleep with nobody that you work with. You work at a restaurant. Allow your wires to get crossed.
Sure will.
Then they'll be the father of your child.
It's like somebody said, you put the message in the envelope and lick it and shut it and put a stamp on it. Expect it to get delivered.
Bro.
Expect it to reach its destination.
Hey, he put the semen in you. You're going to have a baby. All right. I got the priest. So the long story short, I'm just cut it to you simple. The spirits are saying, you want this to happen so badly, it's going to happen, and they're saying it shouldn't happen. They're saying that you know in your heart of hearts that this man is going to be your baby daddy. And you know he should not be your baby daddy. But you want to have this baby because you want to be in a relationship with him. And you need to understand, like, this baby isn't going to make him want to commit to you or to be a good partner to you. It's just going to be a child that y'all now have, like, y'all are responsible for taking care of. Damn, I'm getting bigger. Anyway, come on, working out.
Yeah.
Aziz, smile on camera. I'm big now.
Come through push-ups.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, man. I'm like looking at myself like, damn, I look like I got a little flex on me. But no, so the other thing is that there's gonna be an upset or a betrayal during if you get pregnant by him, because he's not gonna work hard enough. Like while you're pregnant, he's not gonna work to make sure that you're good. So the problems that y'all got in a relationship, he's not gonna be nicer to you because you're pregnant. Like he's not gonna treat you like a pregnant person and stop arguing with you because you stressed. No, he's gonna go even harder because you're pregnant, okay? And it's more frustrating to him. So whatever is bad about him is gonna be multiplied, and whatever is good about him is gonna be divided, okay? Wow. So the Hierophant card is here. Y'all keep getting these damn Hierophant cards, man. Discipline yourself. They're saying it's in your best path to take. Discipline yourself. I would say measure your expectations here and be really rational. Be very rational. Above the Hierophant is the Devil card, and it's in your house of personal truth. So this means that if you have a baby by him, both you and that baby are going to be codependent on him financially, emotionally, and spiritually, okay? So I think that y'all need to work on the friendship more because the love affair is great. Y'all just need to work on the friendship more, but I also see that you really, really want this relationship with this man. And why does she want it so badly? He's a lie. He lie, and you want him to tell you the truth. He lie, and you feel like you can work on it. And sometimes y'all take a break from each other. A lot of times you have to take a mental break from him just to like be like, okay, you done lied so much. So I'm just if I just take a breath and maybe I can deal with it again, cool or whatever. But the Justice card is here, so it's like and also you want to get married to him. That's the other thing. You don't want this to fail. You like this dude and you don't want it to fail. I get it. So have the baby, but just know what it comes with. All right, we are done with the psychic readings for the channel. Hope you all enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading those comments too. Y'all are wonderful. And action packed. Man, so what do you feel like has been the theme of the day, if there has been one?
Bruh, from the conversation that we had earlier to the conversation about Jussie to these readings, what I'm noticing the continuity being true to yourself and telling your truth out loud, no matter how ugly it is. And then once your truth is out there, seeing how the universe responds to it, and what's for you is going to attach itself to you, and what's not for you is going to completely repel itself from you just by telling your truth. So earlier I was talking to him about how me saying, like, I feel like sometimes I'm put in positions with people to tell, like, when I'm like, I got to tell you the truth, or here's something that has been on my mind. It may repel somebody from me, and I want to hold on to them because I'm like, I just want you to get this. I want you to know, like, here's how we can make our friendship better. Here's how we can make this business relationship better. And I can't accept that sometimes when the truth comes out and the universe starts to rearrange itself because I'm putting the truth out there, I don't like the rearrangement. And perhaps Jussie Smollett didn't like how society has rearranged itself around his character. It's like he didn't put enough of himself out there. He didn't tell his truth. And now that his truth is out there, he sees how people really feel about him. And so with you all, what I'm noticing the continuity being is that you may want a job or you want this relationship to work, and this reading has given you the truth, and it's probably reconfigured the way that you are viewing your life. And I hope that you can see that, as you told me earlier, the results are positive. The information is always positive, but your interpretation of it may be what's hurting you. And you have to figure out, how can I use these? How can I come to a better understanding of the information that I've been given, and use that information to advance how I go about doing things in the future. So if I've told you that this relationship is going to work, you now have a truth. Like, use this, that's positive. And I said, if it's not going to work, that's also positive as well. So use that information to figure out how you're going to change your life or transform your life to not do the same things. And that's something that I have learned today. When you get your truth out there, when you say something that's honest, and you be yourself, and you're being yourself, and you feel, and there's something that you want, and you feel like getting what I want requires me to tell the truth, you tell that truth, and then it runs away from you, or it's repelled from you, or it's deleted from your life, that's something that's positive. It hurts right then because, as Ian said, you feel like you're in the gym. You got to do that last push-up, your arms burning, and that's what the truth is. When you take that truth and you're like, I'm doing this last one, damn, oh my God, it hurts. But then 2 days later, you look at your body, you're like, I see the results. So allow the truth to settle. It hurts, but it's going to produce positive results. And those things are not synonymous with each other. Hurting and positive results, not synonymous.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing that I see, just to piggyback off of yours, and we've also got to, well, I'll get to that after, but the thing I keep seeing, the trend I keep seeing pop up, and when it comes to this whole idea of speaking your truth, living your truth, and walking in your truth, is that, I see a lot of people being, experiencing this tension, this internal turmoil. What I will say is that you can get so deeply entrenched in internal turmoil that you start to identify it with yourself and start to mistakenly take it on as part of your identity when it's not a part of your identity. Turmoil is not a part of us. It's not natural to us. What it is, though, is when there's a tension between the way that you are living or doing things, and when there's a tension between the way you're actually doing things and the way that your highest self, on the deepest on the deepest levels of your spirit, knows you ought to be doing them. And so a lot of times we run from our truths. The tension that we have is because we're running from our truths. We got this light that's internal and is so bright, and we're beating ourselves up because we don't feel like we're at our best. And the reality is that it feels that way because we aren't. But it's like our highest self is this reflection in the mirror that we're afraid to look in because we feel like it's going to be sitting there saying, you've look how short you've fallen of me. Look how far away from your true heights. You've drifted. And so what I will say is that when it comes to that internal tension you feel, that turmoil you feel, the thoughts that lead to depression, understand that those parts are not inherently a part of you. That's not a part of what you're supposed to be walking around with. But what it's born of is the tension between what it is you're actually doing and what your best self knows it's supposed to be doing, who your truest self knows it's supposed to be.
I'm listening to you, bro, but
yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, no, you're good. I was done.
Not the last time.
Oh. Wow. Something else I wanted to point out, and we can decide to answer it. This person here, she kept on asking about her illness. Oops. I didn't know what that was going to do. Did you want to speak to that?
Man.
Yeah.
So for the person that's for the person that's asking about their lupus, I want to.
It'll be cured.
You need that's something for a private reading. We're done with the readings, and if you have lupus, this that's something that's for a private reading. We're not doing that here, and I think that you need to see a medical doctor, because I don't want to give you no advice on here. Because what I'm giving you is not going to be medical advice. So as far as your lupus being cured, it's definitely possible. My godfather got some herbs and medicines for you. I can't cure it for you because I don't know how to do it, but I probably could if he taught me. That being said, we're not going to be answering that today. We're actually done with the psychic portion of the show. We want to just talk about things. I'm sorry I didn't get to your question, but we'll be back next week.
And I hope that's okay, Ellen. That I saw where you were. You kept on putting it up there. I wanted to at least address, let it be known that we did see that. But I do agree. I think that's a topic for a private reading. But we did see it, and so it didn't fall on deaf ears or blind eyes.
Yeah, and recognition is probably one of the greatest blessings that people can have. Like, so we're recognizing you and saying that we see what you got going on, but we can't answer it.
Now, this right here, it is now being alleged Jussie has been fired from Empire. Alleged as of an hour ago. So he can't catch a break. If that is allegedly true, then this is just not his year.
No, and even with it being a rumor about him, it's like he can't. He's still even more isolated because it's like he can't say anything without it being sensationalized. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just got to take the rumors. You got to take the punches because people already don't believe you.
Right.
And for the people that do believe you, they already believe you. So it's like they don't care if you do or don't speak, but because they don't watch Empire.
Right.
So it's like it's fucked up. It's a catch-22 for him.
It is, right? Because he's in the limelight, so whatever happens, everybody gonna see. $2019 has been messy. Yes, it has.
You need to do a video on Jussie. Nah, we just did a reading. This is gonna count for the Jussie Smollett reading. We're not gonna do a personalized.
He don't rate the whole video.
Nah. No, not for that. I still think Jussie and Lee got a flame going on. Lee Daniels has like, he has sexual predator energy, like not like predator for children, but predator over like young gay men. Like he has that sort of energy, like when older fraternity type of niggas that be looking like Lee Daniels. You know what I'm talking about. They be in like the little 20-year-old girls. Oh, and them girls don't really be into them. They just use them for their money.
Yeah, they use them for their money.
Yeah.
Them fellas be like, it works.
Uh-huh.
We got synergy.
Yeah, that's what Lee Daniels gives me. He gives me that vibe of like, you 23, 20, 22, 19, and you kind of cute and skinny. He gonna play with you. Like that's what I get from him. And he just
he gonna play with you.
Man, he seem nasty. Like Grown man nasty, like the type. I don't know. He just seemed like one of them older dudes that be in his like 40s and 50s that like prey on men. Like Lee Daniels would probably try to holler at me, find out I'm 28, and they'd be like, "You're a little too old for me."
Yeah, you know a little bit too much. What the hell with that?
Like you look like you're 19, but you a little too.
I need my grass tender. She talking about it's only February. You're right. It's only February, and this year has been action packed already. You know, it's only February.
Jussie was set up, simple as that. Okay, Jussie was set up, cool, but people still don't believe his ass. I can't change that. I can't change that. Whether he was or he wasn't set up, people still ain't gonna believe him. Like I don't know how to drive this point home, and I feel like that would make me feel terrible. Like, damn, I can't say shit.
I can't say nothing.
I can't say shit. I can't say this was a travesty or nothing.
Siobhan Stacy is funny. Creepy Uncle Nasty. Yeah.
Nasty bastard.
Mm-hmm. We can't spell him because his name is we can't trust because his name's spelled wrong. Oh man, you're right.
So man, like how we gonna close this show out? What's the convo to close the show out?
So I mean, I guess this is my second time coming on. It was a lot more action packed this time. Well, it was action packed last time. Shit, action is action. I gotta say that I'm loving coming in, contributing, answering the questions you all have. I, for one, am absolutely blown away by the depth and vulnerability in the questions. And so let me just say that I'm glad to be here, and I hope that something offered today was valuable to somebody. So I appreciate you having me, brother.
As always.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
I'm trying to think of a good question I got for you to see how you feel about this.
You guys are a great combo. Thank you, Tracy.
Let me ask you something really. I've asked this on Rich Kid Radio before, and you probably ain't gonna remember this.
But it's me on Rich Kid Radio?
Yeah, I asked this years ago. So I'm gonna ask y'all too. I just want to know. Okay, let's say you got a friend, and this friend, male or female, says that they had a one night stand and they sucked somebody's dick, and they was like, on that one night stand, I swallowed too. Do you think your friend is a hoe? What would you do if a girl swallowed on the very first, you only know her maybe 30, 45 minutes, and then the next day she hit you up and she you want to go out to the movies?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've had that happen. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm at a point now where I won't personally pass judgment as easily, but I'm also at a point where I kind of cultivate what's in my life a bit more stringently than I used to. But I mean, the reality is, even when I was a teenager, man, if somebody did that, I was like,
It's like, I ain't take you out.
You don't even know me. But I think to each his own, you know what I mean? That may be the ticket for some fellas, man. Some fellas might run into that and it happened, and that's all they needed to see. You know what I'm saying? That they're converts. I know for me, something happened the first time that happened to me, and I mean, she had such a look of love in her eyes, but it was like, I don't know what else is behind them. So I can't go close to this no more.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm not worried. You'll be back." And I was like, "No, I won't."
Let's try this one. So let's say for the audience, you may be giving a man head, and you're getting head from a girl. and she tries to put your ankles behind your head.
Oh no.
And or let's say y'all giving a dude a head, and he puts his ankles behind his head. What do y'all do?
Hold on, my bad. I'm sorry.
No problem. So what do y'all do? Y'all go at it? Because y'all talking about dudes eating ass. What if the dude wanted his ass ate? Run, help him. Nothing. Kia J said, Kia, what would you stick in it?
Ugh.
I'm just wondering. And that's my last question, just to make sure that y'all get a good entertaining show here.
Oh Lord, she said fingertip. You know, daggone well you wouldn't stop at the fingertip. You'd have that thing up in there, up to the knuckle, the big knuckle. You wouldn't be able to resist, and then you wouldn't see him the same way no more after that. Tell the truth.
How many of y'all would see y'all's dude the same way if y'all had to eat his booty? How would you look at yourself in the mirror the next day when you brush your teeth and you got to brush your tongue?
Some of them will feel like, hey,
feel empowered. I'm a star student. I got honor roll this week.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is if he want his ass ate, only you need to side eye him.
Yeah, you're right.
If it was my dude, I would just keep going, I guess.
See, look, Kia, look, I like Kia. She said, I feel fucking great. There you go. I feel fucking great. She didn't just say regular great. She said fucking great.
Siobhan said, I ain't eating no butt. I ain't eating no booty. The fuck? Well.
Wow. She said with booty mouth. Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just standing in the mirror.
Say Kia. I like Kia.
They don't scrape their tongues. And some of these niggas don't scrape their asses.
Oh, man.
Ian, what is your phone number?
What now?
My bad. I was reading that out loud.
Oh, I don't need to see that nowhere. Yeah, I like Kia though.
Right here.
I like her
Ian, what is your phone number? Nene, baby, you need to have a freaky private porn star. You need to be a freaky private porn star for your man. I got exes who will still call and ask for some.
Oh, Dad, that means you left your mark.
Yeah.
She got that comeback.
She got that comeback. Or no shade. It's either that comeback or that it comes easy. It's a thin line between the two. Because sometimes we be like, I got that comeback, but it's like, bitch, you got that come easy.
Oh, man.
All right.
We're
about to just jump off of here. We've been on here for an hour and a half. I want to thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate you all.
Thank y'all for supporting us financially as well. We didn't expect that, so the donations are greatly appreciated. If for whatever reason your reading was inaccurate, please go to please dial 770-883-2098. That is also the Intuitive Crisis Hotline. That's 770-883-2098. You can call that number or text the number 24/7. Leave a voice message with your concern, and I will try to, in a future video, get back with you, or I will try to text you back and give you some advice. I can't get back to everybody, but yes, at any point in time, text 770-883-2098. Text the number, or if you call it, leave a voicemail, and I will try to get back to you. If I do not get back to you, do not get mad at me, but I have a lot of shit that needs to get done. All right, y'all.
You're welcome, Elenetta. Larry.
We hope y'all enjoyed this show. Hit the skull emoji if you enjoyed the show.
I enjoyed it.
You want to close it out?
Oh, shit. I thought all right. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. Yeah. But yeah, y'all stay positive. And yeah, we'll be sending y'all, until the next Tell It Like It Is podcast, we'll be sending y'all peace, power, and positivity. Peeps. See you guys next time.
So we want to do it, a week from now?
Yeah, we can do it on Sunday.
All right, we'll be back on Sunday with another Tell It Like It Is show. So me and my buddy Ian, we'll be back here next week at 11.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll be back at 11. Sundays at 11 a.m. Instead of going to church, come to church with us. You ain't got no church to watch. Come watch church with us. That's how we're gonna do it. We really hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll talk to y'all later. See y'all.